Taking breaks from your writing is, in so many ways, highly beneficial to your health, motivation, and, believe it or not, productivity. Today, I'm going to share my success in taking breaks and how it helped me write a better novel, as well as why you need to step away from the writing every once in a while. Are you as excited as I am? Because you guys, I love this topic. Let's get started. Why taking breaks from your writing is beneficial. I fell into writer's block many times in 2017. From April to October, I had dedicated my time to rewriting the first draft of The Girl Who Frosted the Cakes. 6 months isn't a long time to write 83,000 words, especially for someone who went out of town every 3 to 4 weeks all summer, so you would better believe I was working hard. Naturally, I burned out. I didn't know it at the time, but those bursts of writer's block turned out to be blessings in disguise. Unable to put so much as a complete sentence on the page, I forced myself to stop and take my first official break in June, a week my brother, with whom I do everything, was out of town. Without him and my writing, I realized I didn't do anything else at the time. I had no friends in the city, so for a while I was just kind of there. Then I prayed a little and figured myself out. I stopped stressing about those few chapters I struggled to write, and still struggle to edit today, and engrossed myself in other activities. Mainly, I spent much needed time with my other siblings, which was shockingly beneficial to us all. I made it a point to do something productive and non-writing related every day, and I did. I went to a ton of new restaurants, including a really crappy Chinese place. I got an awful dye job. That's why I cut all this off, because of that dye job last year. I bought a new book almost every day for a week, and I took lots of pretty pictures at our local art district. By the way, I was not supposed to take pictures in that area. I somehow overlooked all the no photography signs, so now I have an album full of illegal photos on my laptop. Trying so many new things got my inspiration flowing again, which we'll talk about later, so I sat at my laptop again. Once my break was officially over, I worried I would take a nice, familiar stroll down writer's block lane. I still remember my amazement and relief when those chapters wrote themselves. Before I knew it, I was back to writing the scenes in my story I love most, and my productivity soared for several months, with the exception of mandatory breaks, of course. Pretend for a moment that I'm your high school literature teacher. Let's analyze my story. If you're like me, you get a little overexcited for things like this. From what I've written above, we can gather the following. It's important to find activities outside of writing. Taking breaks can help you meet your social needs, introvert or otherwise, and allow you to spend time with your loved ones. It's important to stay active and productive during a writing break. In essence, if you scroll through your Pinterest feed all day, you'll get lethargic. And trying new things will give you fresh ideas and get you itching to write again. Maybe my wording "trying new things" daunts you a little. When I read it, I think of traveling to Europe, chopping your hair, buying a bird, learning a new language. Buying a bird. While all of those things are amazing, and they would definitely get you out of a writing rut, it's okay to think smaller. Sometimes it's as simple as painting your nails, drinking your coffee with cream, or listening to a new genre of music. All those things can be done in the comfort of your own home, which is lovely. But, and this is an introvert speaking, I seriously suggest you leave your house. Here's a list of simple, non-threatening things you can do outside the house to get your inspiration flowing. All these things I have tried myself and have worked. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. See a good movie. Walk around the park, along the riverside, or wherever there's sunshine. Get coffee with a friend. Some of the best friendships start in coffee shops, that much I know. Buy a new outfit. Never don't buy a comfy pair of jeans. Start reading a new book. Start reading a book that reminds you of the project you're working on. Write something separate from your project. Use sparingly. This is supposed to be a break, so don't continue to let writing dominate your time. On the flip side, it can be helpful to write something in another style or tense for a while. Walk a mile or two. Listen to music as you walk. Enjoy the sunshine and the rain in turn. Spend time with a loved one. Reread a favorite childhood book, or start a journal. But maybe you're aching to do something bigger. Here's a little list for you too. Now, some of these things I haven't done, so you'll have to test them for me. Go to an amusement park. Ride a roller coaster. Eat cotton candies and hot dogs while you're there. Take a road trip without a destination. Host a party. Invite people you want to know better. Take a class on a subject that interests you. Change your hair. Just don't bleach it. Trust me on this one. Change your scenery for a week. Fly to the beach or drive to the mountains. Travel to a new country if you're feeling wild. Now let's flip it. Here are some things you shouldn't do while you're on your break. Don't browse social media 24/7. Pinterest and Twitter are fun sometimes, I'll admit. but unless you're researching something more productive to do, I don't recommend it. Don't lounge, watch TV, lie in bed. You get what I'm saying here. Don't neglect your much needed relaxation time, but don't overfeed it either. And finally, don't think about your writing too much. It's okay to brainstorm a little about what you're going to write next, near the end of your break especially. But if it's your main focus, there's no benefit to the break. We're almost to the end of this post. Well, let's recap. When you step away from your project to focus your time on other productive activities, you're giving your mind a chance to recharge. The brain of a focused writer is a weary one. By taking occasional breaks before you burn out, you're helping yourself stay more productive and happy in your writing. And once you return after that time, you'll be overflowing with new ideas. Those difficult scenes will come to you with ease. Not only that, but you'll have a fresh perspective on what you've already written, which is exactly what you need when editing. Would you believe taking breaks from your writing could actually up your productivity? How do you normally handle writer's block or burnout? Talk to me in the comments. Happy writing. We're on a break!